Henry had always been fascinated by lighthouses. As a child, he dreamed of becoming a lighthouse keeper, but he grew up in a world where lighthouses were automated and the job of keeping them running had been rendered obsolete. Nevertheless, he continued to collect books and artifacts related to lighthouses throughout his life. One day, Henry received a letter from the Coast Guard informing him that he had been selected to become a volunteer lightkeeper for a month at a lighthouse in Maine. He eagerly accepted the offer and made his way to the isolated island where the lighthouse was located. At first, everything seemed perfect. The lighthouse was beautiful and Henry was thrilled to be living out his childhood dream. However, things began to take a darker turn when a fierce storm hit the island. The power went out, and Henry found himself alone in the dark with only the light of the lighthouse to guide him. As the storm raged on, Henry discovered that the lighthouse's automated systems had failed and it was up to him to keep the light burning. He worked tirelessly, battling the elements and repairing the old equipment. He began to feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment that he had never experienced before. Days turned into weeks and Henry found himself growing more and more attached to the lighthouse and the isolated island. He even began to consider extending his stay beyond the original month. However, as he was finishing repairs to the lighthouse, he discovered a message etched into the wall that changed everything. It was a message from the last lightkeeper, who had passed away alone in the lighthouse decades before. The message read, "The light will guide you home, but you will always be alone." The message hit Henry like a ton of bricks. He realized that, like the last lightkeeper, he was destined to be alone in the lighthouse, consumed by the duty of keeping the light burning. He knew he had to leave the island, but he couldn't bear to leave the lighthouse behind. In the end, Henry made the difficult decision to leave the lighthouse and return to the mainland. However, he knew that the memory of his time as a lightkeeper would stay with him forever, and that he had finally found the sense of purpose and fulfillment he had been searching for all his life.